We're going from brand new ideas to finding new ways to make your car give you more by making better choices about the fuel you put in it. Seems that vroom vroom is all about the petrol. Juliet finds out.
Have you ever thought about the fuel you put in your car? Do you choose it based on the brand, the advertising campaigns, or merely on convenience? Well, if you really love your car and want to get the most out of it, it might be time to start really looking at what you're putting in it, especially in the form of the numerous additives in fuel. Our local refineries produce fuel according to the South African National Standards, or SANS. These minimum specifications make up what is called base fuel. Base fuel is sold in bulk to oil companies and fuel distributors, and it is then up to these companies to modify the properties of the fuel through additives before it is offered to the public. Although base fuel can run a modern engine, it is not really ideal. The typical additives found in petrol are detergents, which clean the engine. Just think of those ads with the little men cleaning the inside of the pistons. Well, base petrol causes deposits to form in the intake system and combustion chambers of the engine. A decent detergent additive will reduce the deposit level compared to the base fuel by up to 97% and maintain engine efficiency. Friction modifiers are also known as petrol fuel economy additives and reduce the internal friction of the engine. Combustion improvers lower the harmful emissions produced by the engine. Corrosion inhibitors ensure the components in contact with petrol last longer, and fuel stabilizers help to improve the fuel's shelf life. Additives used in diesel are similar to those used for petrol, but include additives such as anti-foaming, as base diesel tends to produce foam when dispensed through a pump nozzle into the tank of a vehicle. Dyes are also used for brand identification or differentiation of fuel for tax purposes.
There's currently a rumor doing the round that two-stroke oil in diesel will actually improve the longevity of your injectors and so on. But that unfortunately isn't true. All branded fuels already have a lubricity enhancing additive in the fuel itself. And Sasol has actually done some independent testing where they tested two-stroke oil in diesel fuel and actually found that it fouls the injectors. I personally don't think there's a major difference between the quality of branded fuels out there, as it's such a competitive market, and we wouldn't really know without chemically analyzing each brand of fuel. But what I can say is there's a vast difference between branded fuel and base fuel as you get it from the refinery. Now there's a question in a branded fuel then, with the premium fuels versus their standard fuels. I would say because additive packages are expensive, that's why the premium fuels will be a bit more expensive. And if you have a high-tech, modern diesel or petrol engine, it might be worthwhile going for the premium fuel, as if you demand high performance and longevity from your engine. You wouldn't put any old motor oil in your engine, so why would you put any old brand of fuel in your engine?
It's clear to see that not all fuels will be the same. Oil companies spend huge amounts of money to develop a specific additive fuel package. So you need to be wary of buying fuel with an unknown origin or brand, and never add your own additive.